Today on DNVR Buffs Lives, takeaways from the first day of spring practice, and also a good old game of everyone's favorite new game on the show. Guess that transfer. Let's do it.
Feeling marvelous.
Nice.
Well done.
I'm feeling marvelous. I'm feeling great. It's a little overcast outside, which is
Yeah,
a
it's
bit
gross.
odd for Denver. I wouldn't say as far as gross, but
No,
it's not
gross.
ideal. It's not ideal. But other than that, I'm feeling pretty good.
If you're feeling marvelous, I'm feeling Marion-tastic.
I'm feeling
Yes.
juviant.
Valid.
Good to say I'm feeling prime.
I could have. I missed it. It
I'm
was
feeling
right there.
Perry-full.
All right. Today on the show, we'll talk Colorado football recruiting. The most college football thing I saw today is back as well. And boy, are we cooked.
Oh, no.
We're going to play Guess That Transfer as well. But yes, we start today with, talking about camp yesterday. Obviously, all the videos and all the stuff from practice is out. It was there was a cloud over yesterday, clearly, right? You know, still mourning the loss of Don Ponder. But there was actual football on the field yesterday, and I have real takeaways. So we ready? Let's get right into it.
Yeah. Or who you want to start with?
I mean, first guy has got to be the guy on the thumbnail, Kam Perry, man. We talked about it yesterday. Yep, Scary Perry. And as everyone's saying in the chat, hooping on grass, that he's a real hooper, as a wise man once said. So
for sure.
Obviously, just the skill, the ability to make plays in open space, not even shed off tacklers, just move around them, like gliding around them. He was moving differently yesterday.
No doubt. He was. I mean, we saw the one clip where it's kind of a one-on-one open field with a DB and the receiver. And yeah, Kam Perry, like I said yesterday, man, trying to tackle or corral that guy in open field is not an easy task. And I think that's putting it lightly. And, I think after that clip, Bucky caught it, Brennan Marion. He go, that's a real hooper right there. He go, he from Atlanta.
From Atlanta.
Atlanta. No T. No T. And yeah, I mean, that's kind of what we talked
The
about.
way he says it. Because then I saw the clip of him saying it with
Dukes.
Dukes.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is a little extra.
I told y'all, no T. Atlanta. I went from Atlanta. But yeah, man, this is just such a exciting receiving core. And I think Cam is just getting comfortable. I think his receiver coach, Stephen Brown, actually posted something about that yesterday as well. Like, he just getting started, like I promise you. And I just have so much faith in Brennan Marion to utilize Kam Perry to the best of his abilities and continuously put him in advantageous situations. Because I think he can do a lot. Like, this is not your typical slot receiver. Like, you might look at his 5'9", 160-pound measurables and try to put him in a box, but that would not be wise. That would not be wise at all. And whenever he's, I think, got an opportunity to play up against kind of, power forward opponents, he's done really well. Played against Rutgers last year, over 100 yards. Had a touchdown, I think, in his first 4 games of the year last year. So this is somebody who, when given opportunities, is going to make plays.
When people hear yards per catch, I think they often think long plays down the field.
Yeah.
And that's definitely where it starts. Like, that has to be the baseline of how you get a high yards per catch. But when you're as high as that, that means you're also turning the short catches into long gains. Like, you don't average, 19?
22.7 yards
Yeah.
per catch.
You
Crazy.
don't average that without being able to break a couple quick ones for longer gains. And you definitely don't average them if you're catching screens for negative yards. So, yeah, he's I think he might even be more dangerous with the ball in his hands than maybe we originally talked about when we talked about him as a deep threat.
Yeah, because I feel like when we first talked about him, route runner, right, was kind of what we were attributing to him. But the big plays is he was doing it damn near once a week.
Yep.
62, 66, 56, 60, 50, 55. Like these are field flipping plays that Kam Perry is making. And with Juju throwing him the ball, man, it's going to be so fun to watch.
Yep. I mean, clearly they're doing these drills for like RPOs and stuff too, right? And in those situations, that is literally one missed tackle and you are out the gate. Like big play just waiting to happen. So that's clearly going to be a pillar of this offense, right? And with how Brennan Marion, I mean, how he wants to attack defenses, there is going to be some quick game and stuff and opportunities for run after the catch. And Kam Perry is going to be one of the major beneficiaries of that for sure.
I love that drill too for DBs because that is
a
common
open field tackling.
It's a common situation that you find yourself in as a DB. And as we've talked about, this defense really struggled with missed tackles last year. So putting an emphasis on that on the first day of spring ball, I think is a really good idea for, again, both sides of the ball.
Next one, you got one?
Yeah, I will go to a coach. A couple coaches I want to talk about. Dante Carter. You might have saw a video of him yesterday that kind of came out.
Yeah.
And he's talking to his D-line group, and he's
not talking.
I don't know why I said talking. He wasn't talking to them.
No.
He was letting him have it.
He was screaming.
he was letting him have it. Yes. That boy was intense, and I think that's what this defensive line group needs. Yep. Coach Marion said yesterday that, he and some coaches were kind of, taking it easy for obvious reasons, but Dante Carter didn't take that approach. And I don't think you can take that approach on any day with that group that needs to be, I think, the heartbeat of that defense in terms of the physicality, in terms of the intensity that they play with. That's what was part of this team in 2024 with guys like BJ Green and the block bully up front. So Andre Carter, I think is, let's call it a bit different personality-wise from the previous defensive line coach, Domata Peko, coming in a very different type of way of going about it. And I think that's what this defensive line really needs, is somebody who's going to get in their face and get after them. And I love to see that Dante Carter wasting no time, showing that that's what he's about on day one of spring.
Yeah, I always caution against saying there's a right way or wrong way of coaching.
I agree.
I think there's a lot of different ways to do it. And Julian Lewis was a yeller.
Yes, he was.
Coach Peko was not.
Yep.
And I think Vincent Dancy, less of a yeller. Coach Sapp, more of a yeller.
Yeah. Sal was a yeller.
Sal, big time yeller. and like I said, I don't think there's necessarily a right or wrong approach. But certain position groups, I think, need it or lend to that kind of aggressive coaching, and I think defensive line is one of them.
Definitely.
And I think there could be a lot of reasons why. I think that good defensive line play involves violence.
Yes.
And
it requires it, I think.
Yes, and I think so. I think there's a certain mindset that comes with being coached super hard every day, and then you kind of become hardened by that. And then when you need to go out there and be violent on the field, it's more natural to you.
Yep.
Then kind of I guess you would attribute a more players coach style to more of a finesse style. So those again, that's really simplifying it down. But I do think defensive line also got big boys out there. Big boys don't love to run.
Yep.
It's just how it is.
Thanks.
So sometimes they need a little extra push.
Oh yeah,
a little extra motivation. So yeah, I like what I saw.
Totally. I mean, that's a group that needs an edge. And I think that's one ways to, as you said, kind of harden that edge and, put it through the fire, literally, right? Temper it, forge it. That's what it's about. And that's, I think, a lot about what Chris Marv talked about too, right?
Yeah.
About going out and, not developing an identity on the first day too, right? I think that's part of it as well. And kind of as Just a Girl says, I mean, he was there last year too, right? I think he's got a certain, Coach Carter. So I think he's got a certain comfort in terms of, obviously he's very familiar with his surroundings. He doesn't have very many players returning, right?
Right.
But I think that is, and the comfort in his environment is kind of lending that to the more like real coach side of him coming out, right? As opposed to maybe feeling it out in the early days of spring. Like he was clearly comfortable. A lot of the coaches, I think, were comfortable.
Seemed that way.
And that's, I think, a big takeaway too. Just how everyone was working, how the power dynamics were working. It just seemed honestly pretty sharp, even though with everything that was going on yesterday still going on, it just seemed like a little bit more structured than maybe we saw in previous installments of this team.
Just to wrap it up on Dante Carter, a.k.a. Coach Pun, it's
Do
much...
you know where that came from?
Nope.
Looking forward to learning that.
Me too. It's so much easier to kind of tone it down or reel it back in from an intense place as opposed to trying to do the opposite. And trying to, as games approach and whatnot, you trying to turn it up a notch. Like it's much more harder to do that. So I appreciate, like I said, Dante Carter, Coach Pun's, just the way his approach, him going about that first day of spring ball yesterday. Chris Marvin impressed me a lot too. There was obviously that clip that came out of him kind of talking to his unit. I mentioned him yesterday, sweating and out of breath. And there was one part in that video where he asks his guys that he's talking to, like, what are we getting right now? What are we getting a lot of right now? We're getting a lot of 2 tight ends right now. And I just love that he is putting it on the mind of his players immediately to think about personnel, because personnel is a massive tell for all 3 levels of the defense. And I just kind of like the way he was talking through just what offense is doing. And I think on the other side, it's cool that Brennan Marion's offense is running a lot of 2 tight ends. Again, albeit on the first day of spring ball. And
he said, what are they doing well?
For sure. What are they? Exactly right. And again, Marv is like, when they are in 2 tight ends, that is a tell most likely that they're going to try to bully you. And that's when, particularly up front, that front 7, they got to be locked in and set an edge and bring the same physicality that the offense is trying to play with 2 tight ends. So I just kind of love that whole dynamic there with Chris Marv talking about personnel and Brennan Marion showing on day one his ability, his propensity to switch it up personnel and whatnot.
Maurice Williams, too. The big play kind of sinking in zone and coverage. I try to tell everyone, man, young DBs play on this team.
Yeah.
And it was a lot in the context of, Preston Ashley when we talked about that. Don't count any of those young guys out in that DB. The redshirt transfers coming in too, right? Your Cree Thomases, your Jason Stokes, those guys. It may be Coach Prime driven, maybe just personnel staff driven, but someone has a real eye for talent when it comes to that, right? Yeah. And they've kind of developed some guys at that position too. So, and again, the early playing time, just going back to even the first year, like these guys are going to play. And as we saw the depth issues last year too, you kind of need them to be ready to play also.
Absolutely. It would be so big for the secondary if a young corner could emerge and, emerge as a potential star. I think that would just be absolutely massive.
100%. I mean, I think Cree Thomas kind of stood out as well, who you mentioned. And it's somebody, I think if you get one of those guys, him or Jason Stokes, who were pretty highly recruited at Utah and Notre Dame respectively, if you can get one of those guys to pop and be a real contributor in addition to maybe one of Preston Ashley or Mojo Williams, you're really cooking. And that's kind of what I expect for the secondary. I think outside of, Boo, Rando, Nate Mitchell, I think the secondary is going to be relatively young, no matter who's out there. Right. And I think Eaglin's kind of relatively young as well. So I think that's a good thing, in my opinion, because I think in the back end, the safety room, you're going to have experienced guys who can maybe, you can handle to have some younger guys alongside them. And
as Bam says in the chat, Coach Prime he saw that play. He was right there, standing in his traditional post in the secondary. Yep. And he kind of stamped Maurice Williams and, obviously come from New Orleans and all that.
He said, thank you, Louisiana.
Yes, he did. They got a playmaker, man.
For sure.
All right, let's take our first break and shout out our friends over at Toyota, the legends, man, just out there making sure we get to point A to point B as safely and as quickly and as versatilely as possible. Is that a word? Shout out Toyota.
We'll roll with it.
You can check out the all-new 2025 Tacoma and the return of the iconic 2025 Land Cruiser. They got 17 models available, all-wheel drive or four-wheel drive. You know, a little bit of a gloomy day out here in Denver, Colorado, but the sunshine is coming. Daylight savings this weekend. Daylight is about to be on our
this
side.
weekend?
Yeah.
Oh, let's go.
So if you're planning to head out into the mountains or whatever, enjoy all the beauty of Colorado, make sure it is in a Toyota so that you can see all that we have to offer out here in the beautiful Box State. They also have more low and zero emission vehicles combined than any other automaker. They got a wide range of options for you. Visit your Front Range Toyota stores at a location near you. AutoNation Toyota, Arapahoe and Centennial, Corwin Toyota and Boulder, Groove Toyota in Littleton, Mountain States Toyota in Denver, Stevenson Toyota East in Aurora, and Stevenson Toyota West in Lakewood. Toyota is a proud partner of CU Athletics and the official vehicle of DNVR. Let's go places.
And shout out to the squad, our good friends over at Xfinity as we sit here in the beautiful Xfinity studio here at the DNVR bar, man. Xfinity is what Wi-Fi and internet is all about, man, particularly at the highest levels, particularly at the most reliable levels. That is what Xfinity Wi-Fi is all about. They're also about keeping your price for internet at the same price for 5 whole years, which is crazy. That's Xfinity's 5-year price guarantee, man. Just for a second, imagine Wi-Fi that makes everything in your home work together. Imagine Wi-Fi that finds problems, that fixes problems, and notices them before you even might notice them. This is super intelligent Wi-Fi with a 6th sense, man. And here's the best part. No annual contracts, no hidden fees, and you get Xfinity's very best equipment included. So lock in your price and unlock the possibilities with Xfinity. Learn more at Xfinity.com. Xfinity, imagine that. Select plans only. Restrictions apply.
All right, back on the show. Do you have more standouts? I got a couple still.
Yeah. How about that running back? Richard Young, rocking number 9. I love that number on an offensive player, particularly a running back.
Lining up with DeKalen Taylor next to Julian Lewis in the go-go set.
First
up.
First duo, first RB duo unlocked. But
Oh.
I mean, I like that. That's a good juxtaposition, those two, in terms of their kind of differing skill sets. I love to see that. I think Richard Young, based on what we've seen, again, from day one, it's obviously super early, but it seems like he was really brought here for a reason. It seems like he's made a really significant impact through, winter workouts and what they've done activity-wise so far. So y'all know how I feel about DeKalen Taylor. It's so good to see him healthy and looking like 100% and looking like himself. And I think he has the potential to be the X factor for this offense, right? We've talked so much about the incoming transfers, particularly at receiver, but I think DeKalen Taylor has the chance to be as productive as anybody in this offense this year.
Well, and just think about like how defensive coordinators or position coaches do personnel. They look out there, they see what the offense is coming out personnel wise. They say, okay, they're sending out Richard Young and 2 tight ends. So let's send out the big boys. And it's just like, oh, well, there's also DeKalen Taylor. How are you handling that?
For sure. Is he a receiver? Is he a running back?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's going to put him fits.
It really, in like, we talk about thunder and lightning often in like thunder spells lightning or lightning spells thunder. It's like, no, you have thunder and lightning on the field every play.
Definitely.
What a challenge to present to defensive coordinators. And, a lot of this stuff is so simple, but it can become very complicated because teams are just used to approaching things a certain way and you're throwing different looks at them. And like, you have this speed from DeKalen Taylor that puts fear into the defense.
Yep.
And so then you motion him out and okay, now this linebacker's, kind of shifting out to make sure that he has a little extra room there. Well, that's all the extra room that Richard Young needed to get right past them. And now your safety's trying to tackle Richard Young.
I'll throw out Chauncey Gooden. Not necessarily from something I saw play-wise. I'm just noticing. He breaks down like the huddle post-practice pretty much. How Coach Prime is talking to him because, he's got he's a big guy. He's wearing a smaller jersey.
Hilarious video.
It was hilarious, yes. Amazing. But
Well, Chris Farley.
maybe. But he's very clearly one of Coach Prime's favorites. He's a very highly touted recruit, and I think he's being looked upon as in a leadership type way, and he's kind of assuming that role. Again, I'm just noticing.
And if I remember, he was kind of a leader of his recruiting class.
Yes.
Recruiting folks.
other guys.
Oh, he was very vocal trying to recruit. Yeah.
He's
And he was on the visit with Julian.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
the second highest ranked recruit in the 2025 class behind only Julian.
So I'm just noticing. throwing that out there. So
Good notice.
thank you.
I'm already on the record calling him. I think he's a future pro.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying? He has the size. I think if he can just maybe, I don't even know if slim down a little bit is the right phrase, because I feel like he can play at a high level at that 370 type, kind of weight. I just think it's just about him proving that he can get on the field and stay on the field. And I think once he gets his opportunities, it's up from there.
I do know that this staff wanted him to slim down.
Yes.
Yeah.
For this offense.
That's valid. Because I think he came in at 380 plus. And it's not in like a 6'6" frame. I think he's only listed at like 6'3".
4, yeah.
So
and so it just means he's gonna have to move around a lot if you're gonna be a starting offensive lineman on this line.
Yeah.
You just have to be in tip top shape.
and
he might be able to get in tip top conditioning shape without shedding a crazy amount of weight because he's just a different breed of athletes.
For sure.
And how about even 6 offensive lineman role that Yo-Yo played last year? Like if Yo-Yo slides into a starting guard role potentially, like I can see Chauncey
For sure.
playing a very valuable role potentially in that 6th offensive lineman type of role.
What else you got? You got any other standouts?
I think that was all I had for the most part. And just I guess Brennan Marion, man.
Yeah, I was actually just gonna say Brennan Marion.
CEO. That's a CEO right there.
I don't think it's any coincidence that he was the first person coach on the podium at spring ball. I think that everything that he does is he's getting ready to be a big time college football head coach.
Yeah.
It's only a matter of time, and just the way that he carries himself, the way that he speaks to the team, the way that he brings energy every single day.
Yeah.
It's just going to be so tantalizing once he's on the big stage, which he is now, for someone's athletic director to fall in love with him.
No doubt. And I just love too that he is the quarterbacks coach for this football team as well. I've talked about it a handful of times over the last couple of years. Like I wish this team had a true quarterbacks coach. And obviously Pat Shurmur was kind of quasi in that role, but Brennan Marion is just different coaching that position. And 6 months from now, 5 months from now, Brennan Marion and Julian Lewis are going to be speaking the same language. And that is going to be so exciting, and it's going to unlock so much for this offense and this team.
Speaking of, he spoke to rivals again. Must be nice. About a lot of issues. Not issues. Julian Lewis, his decision to come to Colorado, DeAndre Moore. Starting with the decision to come to Colorado, he says, I was excited to be here with Coach. Obviously, that was my childhood hero. I remember getting yelled at as a kid for liking the Cowboys. I'm from Pittsburgh, so you're not allowed to like the Cowboys. I mean, I changed my number to 21 when I was a kid. On him settling into the program and just this role. Coach has a really good vision for the program and how he leads the guys. He just needed the right guys to understand his vision. I think in 2024, he had those guys who understood the vision and what Coach was preaching to them and the message. He had guys who were hungry. Those were the guys that we brought in. Might not be the most glorified star-rated guys or whatever, but these are guys that are hungry and have something to prove. They have a boulder on their shoulder. The coaching staff alignment is really good from the standpoint that everybody is aligned with Coach's mission on serving the players. One of the best things that Coach does is make sure that the players have everything that they need and then that they get tough love. It's hard to be great at anything if you can't take being chastised and motivated.
Love it.
Real spill.
On Julian Lewis, he truly does have $1 million arm. It's just teaching him all the little things. Unfortunately, he didn't have a great example to learn from the standpoint of what it looks like from a habit standpoint, showing up every single day with a smile on your face, a quarterback being the CEO of the program. He's just learning those little things in details. But as far as ability, he has all the ability in the world. That's why he came out of high school the way he did. He's still young. People forget that he skipped his senior year. He's a very young player. He's maturing every day. He's getting better every day. I tell him, as long as it's a small step forward every day, he's doing what he needs to do to get better. But as far as his arm talent, he's in the class of Quinn Ewers as those type of guys when you talk about being able to throw the ball at an elite level.
What'd you make of that comp?
You can say what you want about Quinn Ewers. He could spin a football.
Sure.
He really could.
Yeah. I didn't say anything.
You want to say something.
No.
Yes, you do.
I'll tell you this. I heard from someone within the program that coaches in the building believe Julian Lewis can absolutely be one of the top quarterbacks in the country this year.
Mm-hmm.
I believe that too.
And it's really just the kind of that him climbing over that hump, that, you know, just kind of settling in is really all it's going to take. There is a lot of like stuff in this offense that requires the quarterback and the wide receiver to be on the same page, a lot of option routes and stuff like that. And it's just like, if they kind of unlock that and slows down and they're playing fast without thinking, but being able to make those reads, it's going to be scary hours.
I agree, man. Sky's the limit for Juju. And I think all that was maybe standing in the way of him being a star at the college level is a coach like Brennan Marion. And I think their connection, their rapport, as it grows throughout the year, is going to make Juju one of the top quarterbacks in college football as a redshirt freshman.
This question is, when you got here, were you able to take a look at his game tape from his freshman season? What were your takeaways? Coach Marion said, the thing I loved the most about his game film was that Colorado last year didn't have much of a run game. They knew that he was going to drop back and throw the ball, but he made smart decisions with the ball. He didn't risk or turn over the ball. Guys with a lot of arm talent usually risk the ball a lot. When I had Jaden Maiava, when I had him, I was always constantly telling him not to risk the ball because he had such a talented arm. You saw Ju making smart decisions, tucking it down and running when he needed to, taking the sack sometimes when it wasn't there, giving the guys a chance to win when he was out there. That's what I like from him. He comes from a winning background. He's used to winning. And he cares about taking care of the football. Even though he does have a talented arm and he can force the ball in there and try to force throws, he didn't do that.
That's the difference.
I'm rubbing my hands like Birdman right now because he sound like me. I ain't gonna lie. That's what I was saying. The most important part of Juju's freshman season, despite the lack of a running game, despite the fact that Jordan Seaton won starting games with him, the fact that defenses knew that they were going against a true freshman, they're going to try to throw everything at him. 0 turnovers. Only 2 turnover-worthy plays.
Yeah.
The rest of the stuff is going to come because bro is crazy talented. But for him to kind of set that floor of, I'm not going to give the football away. I'm not going to put the football in harm's way. Like, that is a great base. And with all the talent that he has and now the great coaching, like I said, the sky's the limit for him.
Yeah, I mean, we saw it last year how turnovers can just completely ruin a game. TCU comes to mind as one where it's just like, you were in it, you could have won it, and turnovers lost it. And so when you have a quarterback in this level that protects the ball at that level, it just goes such a long way.
Mm-hmm.
Again, protects it without,
putting it at
Being
risk.
scared.
without like sacrificing the big play still, right? Because a lot of quarterbacks I'm going to protect the football and I'm going to check it down and I'm going to go out of my way to not put the ball in harm's way to the point where it impacts your ability to move the football and score points. But that was not the case for Juju. Like, he was still pushing the ball down the field. I had his numbers, the intermediate passing game, the 10 to 18 yards range. He was great at that.
Yeah, it's like gunslinger ability with game manager mindset.
It's kind of like Shador. Shador was the same. I mean, when you ever saw the ball at risk, it was
Facts.
like, oh, wow. Like, you almost were like shocked by it, right?
I'll never forget when he threw that pick on the first offensive play
Utah?
against Utah.
Yep.
My jaw hit the floor and I was just looking around like, is there a flag? Like,
I'm pretty sure you texted us like, did that get tipped?
I couldn't believe what I just saw.
Marion was asked about DeAndre Moore. He says, as coaches, we're so excited that he came here. Obviously, I've known DeAndre for a long time. I brought him to Texas. I always wanted to coach the kid, not just because of his talent, but because of his leadership and the person that he is. He's making everybody in the building better just from his leadership. I'll be surprised if he's not the captain of the team when it's all said and done because he just elevates the room. Wow. He's almost like a quarterback. He's that guy who walks in and he has the juice and that energy. He can talk to coaches, support staff, players, and get people motivated and hold people accountable.
That's big time. Something that was obviously lacking last year as well.
Mm-hmm.
Saying that he'll be surprised if he's not a captain is maybe the best compliment you can give a football player, a non-quarterback particularly.
Yeah, for real. And I don't feel like I've seen that many wide receivers be captains.
Same.
On Boo Carter, he was asked about his usage in Colorado's history of two-way players, obviously. Coach Marion says it's too early to tell. I think Boo right now is just trying to master the defense and make sure he can play that position. Boo is obviously extremely talented. His future is really bright here on what he can do. He has all the tools. He's just trying to learn a new system, a new scheme, and then obviously with the new defensive change that we just had, he's going to have to learn another set of schemes. but I think he's motivated. He's happy to be here. We all love him.
And Boo was another one who stood out a little bit yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely.
We just talked about him yesterday.
Right, you're right. Yeah, but just the raw skill set. We had a headline, like, I think it was when it was just me and Dre, but it was, is he the most talented Colorado Buffalo since Travis Hunter? And I think when it comes to just the toolbox, I think he is.
Maybe, I don't know, maybe I'm just reading too much into that quote you just read. You're talking about Boo. He's trying to learn a new system, a new scheme, and then obviously with the new defensive change that we just had, he's going to have to learn another set of schemes. Like super different. Chris Marv defense versus Robert Livingston defense. I don't know. I just kind of made my eyebrow raise a little bit. Where he said he was learning a new defense, and now with this latest change, he's going to be learning a new defense.
I mean, we kind of talked about it last week. Robert Livingston puts a massive emphasis on those nickels, and so does Chris Marv, but it's different ways. Like the aggression of Rob Liv's defense is 11 out of 10 maxed,
right,
where Chris Marv, he toes the line much more, right? He's much more happy to call plays where it's rally and tackling as opposed to trying to beat guys to a spot and make a play on the football.
Yeah.
Well, let's take our next break, and then we'll talk about a little bit more from this. Shout out to our friends over at Rocky Mountain Cancer Centers, man. They've been out here in Colorado for 30 plus years. They are Colorado's leading cancer specialist, treating more adults with cancer than anyone in the state. We've had, plenty of reminders recently, taking care of your health. Make sure you go in and get checked out. We don't need any more reminders, do we?
No, we do not.
So, if anything's going on with you in your life, make sure you're getting screened, checked out, and also just check up on your people, man. I mean, this day and age, that's what it takes sometimes, right? You need a reminder, loved ones, friends, just to always make sure that we're doing the best that we can and taking care of ourselves. But yeah, Denver football fans know what a winning season takes: talent, teamwork, and showing up week after week at Rocky Mountain Cancer Centers. They've been doing that, as I said, for 30 plus years. They are the team that Coloradans trust to never back down, and they are standing with you through every up and down. Shout out to our friends over at Rocky Mountain Cancer Centers, the official sponsor of Denver sports fans.
And shout out to the squad, our good friends over at Taco Bell on this beautiful Taco Tuesday. I already know what the deal is with Taco Bell, man. They are at it again with the best innovation in the industry, man. They are now combining their savory, slow-roasted chicken inside of a cult classic, bro, with their new limited time only chicken bacon ranch street chalupas. And I know my boy Jake is a big fan.
Oh yeah,
stamp these street chalupas, man. You can get your set of 2 street-sized cheddar chalupa shells filled with slow roasted chicken, flavorful bacon, freshly prepared pico de gallo, shredded cheese, and the avocado ranch sauce that just adds that perfect kind of cap to it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So don't forget to add one of these new items from the Taco Bell Lux Value Menu. You can get 10 items for $3 or under. And this Lux Value Menu at Taco Bell gives you that bold, irresistible flavor, man. Nobody delivers every day value and supports your hometown teams like Taco Bell. Live Moss, Taco Bell.
All right, continuing with this Brennan Marion piece. Next question. Bringing in your offense, what has that been like, getting everyone up to speed and implementing it? How different is it from what they've run? He says, to me, this is the best room I've been in as far as coaches that really care about the product and want to make sure they do every detail right to make the offense work. And I say that's where it starts, right? Like the coaches got to make the players believe in what we're running. When you talk about playing for Gus Malzahn back in the day, a new offense was brought to college football. If you don't have a coaching staff that's on board with you, they can really hurt it from working.
That's interesting. And that's why he's brought over a couple guys who know this system, know this go-go offense. It can help him teach it throughout the whole offense, like Kyle Wagner, obviously. The quarterback coach that he brought along with him as well.
I also think that, what's the name of that quarterback? Houlihan.
Yes.
No relation to Patches O. But
That's a crazy pull. She's talented.
Not talking about that one.
That's what I thought you were talking about. I ain't gonna lie.
I know what you're talking about.
Talking about dodgeball.
Yes.
Oh, my bad.
He's talking about dodgeballs.
Brother. This is who we're talking about.
Oh, I'm gonna have to show you who I thought y'all were talking about.
I
That.
know who you thought I was talking about.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
No.
I'll show you.
But I can infer from the context clues what you were talking about. Yes, that's exactly what I thought that would be. Yes.
All right,
Oh my god.
Holy cow.
my bad. She is.
I was gonna say, I think this is a place where Coach Prime will also empower Brennan Marion and, like, for lack of a better term, stand on business for him in the sense of, like,
Yeah,
telling these other coaches, like, you're gonna teach it the way that he wants it taught,
for sure.
because that's the only way this is gonna work.
Yeah, and I think also too, it's like I can see Coach Prime like, hey, this your offense. Like, coach it how you deem fit. Like, nobody in here can tell you about your offense.
Coach is probably telling him, we brought you here to be you, so go out and be you.
100%, bro. 100%.
On that, I think the phrasing of this is funny. Also, the Pete Nakos question mentions him being a head coach, and he goes, "What's it like being around Dion and learning from him?" Brennan Marion responds, "Coach Prime is really just helping me with my soft skills, as you would say. I'm a tough coach. I'm on my players all the time. There's a balance there. So coach is really helping me in that avenue. I like to see the way other people do things as well. I'm in that learning phase, right? I don't feel like I'm a know-it-all or have all the answers. It's good to get around somebody who's done things at the highest level at multiple levels. As a player, as a coach, obviously coach has a gold jacket. To learn and pick his brain and the ideas that he has, things that I wouldn't have thought of, it's good for me to pick up and learn. So when I do get the opportunity again, I'm ready to go out there with new strategies and new ways to do it."
You just scroll over real quick to back to that. I just love I'm not a know-it-all. I don't have all the answers, bro. There's nothing worse in life, particularly in football, than somebody who think they know every damn thing and know every answer and is always right. Mm-hmm. And for somebody like Brennan Marion, who has had the past that he has had innovating his own offense, it would maybe be easy. I don't think it would catch people off guard if he had the, well, I know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Type of
I
attitude,
this.
right? I made this.
Yeah.
No, I don't think anybody would be surprised if he had that attitude or approach, but he doesn't, and I love that.
Unless you're like a old 70-some-year-old coach saying, "I know what I'm doing," blah, blah, blah.
But you still
Even
don't.
that, right?
But
Even that, I
for sure.
respect that. Yeah.
For sure, but still, in any way, if you say that, like, that's immediately me like turning my ears off, bro.
No doubt.
Coach around here.
I love it.
I just, again, I don't know. Maybe it's just my sports background, but I don't know, bro. You just don't do that.
Bro, you call your coach. I call my coach from 8 years old coach still.
Literally,
Like,
bro. My dad was a youth football coach through like 1st through 8th grade. He sometimes run into players who call him Coach Procter.
That's the
Coach him
proper way.
in 4th grade.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that is just how it is. And sure, like, you can maybe take the stance that it's different for journalists and reporters, but again, it's a sign of respect.
At least call him Coach Sanders.
Exactly right. Exactly right. But again, when somebody like Coach Prime is going out his way to say, like, no, I am Coach Prime, like, that is how I like to be preferred, you respect that in usually all walks of life.
Yeah. Also, like, there's a person around here who doesn't go by their given name. They go by a different name that they would prefer to be called. What do? We call them by that name. We don't just randomly, say like, well, I would like to call him by his the name that's on his birth certificate.
Facts. Crazy.
I remember the last game in 2022. We were talking about Coach Prime, obviously, because news wasn't out yet. Talking about the media in the press box. And we're having the conversation, and I remember someone, I won't out them, someone goes, "What? I'm not going to call them Coach Prime." It's just like, bro, I'll call them whatever the hell if they want to be called something, that's what I'm calling them. Like, it's just that simple, like you said.
Did they stand on business when the time came?
No.
Not surprised.
No.
In 7th grade, I had a teacher, and on the first day of class, she was like, gave everyone a slip, like, write here your name and then what you would like to be called by. Me being the fucking troll that I am, I'm just like, oh. So I wrote, my name is Ryan, and I would like to be called Seabiscuit. Bro, I swear to God, if I ran into her today, she would call me Seabiscuit.
What a real one.
That's great.
I'm dead.
Shout out Miss Doolittle.
Are we good with the sign?
Yeah,
it's not us, it's YouTube.
Okay.
Refresh your stream.
We're told it's a YouTube issue.
Refresh. Last one. As much as you can share, how much of the decision to leave Sac State was Dion coming to you and saying, I need you to come in here and get this opportunity right? Brennan Marion starts. Every year at the end of the season, you have opportunities. And for me, it was like being somewhere that you've wanted and you're needed and you can make an impact. For me, Coach Prime wanted me to be here. And I feel like he needed me to be here from the standpoint of getting the offense right. He's a defensive guy by trade, but he does know offensive football as well. He has good offensive ideas that he had for us, but also bringing a whole new group in on offense here and being able to impact young men and help them get to their goals and dreams at the highest level. You want to be able to do it at the P4 level. I've learned that being at Group of 6 and FCS, a quarterback who has Heisman stats is not going to win the Heisman. I was excited to be here with Coach. Obviously, that was my childhood hero. I remember, this is the quote we read from earlier. I remember getting yelled at as a kid for liking the Cowboys. I'm from Pittsburgh, so you're not allowed to like the Cowboys. I changed my number to 21 when I was a kid. Your gifts will make room for you and put you in front of great men. That's Proverbs. But that's really what it's about. If you do a really good job of where you're at, I tell Coach all the time, just do a really good job, be good, and people will notice you. And I was blessed with the players that I coached in the past that I was good enough that a guy like Coach Prime would notice me and say, I want you to be a part of my program.
That's awesome.
That is dope. Somebody just mentioned this in the chat. It's kind of interesting. RMJ Media says, I saw the UNLV former quarterback Maurice Williams wonder what's his role with the quarterbacks. I just went to Instagram. He is certainly at practice and working with the team, like in some type of capacity.
Who?
Maurice Williams. He was the UNLV quarterback a couple years ago.
Yep. He was
a
the
starting
one who
quarterback.
filled in for Doncic or whatever his name was. Sluka.
Yeah, that's exactly right. That's exactly right. He low-key balled that year too. Threw for 1,900 yards, ran for another 850, had 28 total touchdowns to 5 picks. This is obviously somebody who's very familiar with the go-go offense and what Brennan Marion wants to do. And it looks like he's working with, in his photo, he's like talking to Julian during practice and whatnot. So that would be another really.
I also saw
Cool
him comment on. He commented on the video of Cam. Someone quote tweeted it talking about Atlanta.
Yeah.
And he was like, you know who he's talking to when he says that.
Oh God. And yeah, that's what I thought. Maurice Williams is from Atlanta.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's cool, actually.
That is cool. He was he played pretty well, I think, in the no, never mind. CFL, Ottawa Red Blacks.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I think so.
Says he's still present on the team too.
So maybe he's just visiting right now.
Oh.
It does say asterisk offseason and or practice squad only member. So
Interesting. Okay.
It's cool though. That Sluka situation was crazy.
I like how I remembered that his name sounded kind of like Luka. So then I was like, Doncic?
let's play some games. Let's do the most college football thing I saw today first. Go ahead and pull this up. We are cooked, man. We have set a bad example for the youths. And now we have players in middle school announcing on Twitter with quote unquote commitment posts for their high school. Not going to out the young man. He actually ended up deleting the tweet, but
No way.
That sucks.
Yeah.
Though, actually,
He was
'Cause, he was
getting
getting
cooked.
fried.
He
But
was getting
I was going
Is
to say
it
this
baby
is.
Gronk?
no,
I would say this is low key not new. I'm not gonna lie.
no, I understand
Yeah.
too. But
Yeah.
like, you're going from middle school to high school, buddy. Like,
I might be in the minority here. I kind of think this is fire.
I don't like this. It's not super new. Like I don't hate it. What I don't like is the graphics when they transfer high schools. That I think is a bit.
I mean, this
bit
is a
much.
precedent for that, honestly.
Yeah, truly. I don't know, bro. It's like why are you transferring, bro?
Well,
like you know what I'm saying?
Is he going to this high school in his district though? Because if he's not, then it is kind of a commitment, which happens all the time in high school football.
I actually just don't like that this young man was cooked on social media to the point where he felt like he had to delete this.
Oh, bro! When I
is
saw
an eighth
it, he
grader,
was
mind
getting
you.
ratioed like crazy. It was like 120 replies to 70 likes.
Red elephants is kind of dope too.
Yeah.
And the
So
fact that
wild.
it's red. But like, I hate when schools are just like the Eagles and they have the Eagles logo.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like the worst. So I like that they got creative down wherever
Red
that
elephant.
is.
This is Gainesville,
Gainesville.
Gainesville, Georgia.
Oh.
Sorry.
Oh.
They have a 90,000 square foot facility.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I'd be proud to come into them too.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
damn near D1 facility.
Crazy.
Should we?
It does kind of look like Hayes made that.
He probably hit him up. The local Hayes. Should
I
we
mean,
hit?
There's going to be a Hayes Fawcett for high school recruiting at some point.
I think they're probably already out there.
Probably.
We just don't know about him yet. I mean, that's how he started, pretty much. Not obviously not doing high school commitment
Yes.
photos, but yeah.
Go ahead, take it away.
Should we hit Taco Tuesday?
Let's do it.
Taco Tuesday, we're doing it. Harrison, look what we've had here. They keep bringing us more innovations. Taco Bell keeps advancing the game. We've got the chicken bacon ranch nacho fries here. You've heard all about their chicken, their delicious chicken. Now we've got it in nacho fries form.
I mean, fries, bacon, chicken, cheese, sauce, little pico de gallo in there.
That hits.
I mean,
That hits.
if you put those ingredients together, you're probably going to have a banger.
Get yours while you still can. Get this on the menu. Happy Taco Tuesday
The
to
other
you
thing
all.
is, Dre, this is a lot of food.
Yeah, it is.
Like, this is a full meal. I'm probably going to be good for the rest of the day with this.
Love that for us. There you go. Taco Tuesday.
All right, shout out to Taco Bell and for another great Taco Tuesday. Take it away, Scotty.
Taco Bell just keep leveling it up, man. And Guess That Transfer keeps leveling up. We're back for
not the
round
song.
3.
No, we don't want a new one.
Don't broke what's fixed. Or don't fix what's broke.
The hell?
There you go.
I don't even want to play anymore.
So we're back. This is round 3, I believe. Y'all know the drill by now, man. We're throwing up silhouettes of new Colorado incoming transfers, giving you a few hints, see if you can guess it. Take the chat away, yeah, and then let's get started.
Wait. No, you start. I got to get prepared here.
Let's get it. First one. Here we go.
I already know it.
He is from Lehigh Acres, Florida. Oh, hey, Jake not playing around today. Go ahead.
It's Richard Young.
It is Richard Young. He is from Lehigh Acres, Florida. Let's just run through these hints. I think they're kind of interesting.
No, put the hints up.
He had his first career catch versus Oklahoma in 2024. Just scroll through it. A career-long run of 62 yards.
All right.
Made his first career start last year in the season opener against Florida State. It is new running back Richard Young. That boy Jake not playing around today. I ain't gonna lie.
Hey, I mean, he's down 2-1 to someone who had an embarrassing performance in the first round. I would be locked in too if I were him.
Let's get it. Who's up next? Yeah. We got somebody from another Florida boy. He's from Cocoa Beach, Florida.
Sounds tropical.
It does. Sounds beautiful. Any guesses?
Nope.
Okay.
Not this time.
The hardest part for me is remembering who wasn't in round 1. But
No repeats.
I'll go on to the next one.
So he's from Cocoa Beach, Florida, but he played high school football in Texas, where he was named one of the state's top punters.
This is a distraction.
Yes, it is.
Ernest
the
Campbell?
classic. Not Ernest Campbell. Got this one? No way. Oh, I was going to say.
Oh, punters. I didn't see
Oh,
punters.
they really did. That's crazy. Yeah, one of the state's top punters.
Oh.
Any guesses?
No.
Okay.
No.
Last one here. He notched his first career PBU versus Baylor last season. I can't believe who got it. Who got it? X in the car.
X in the cut's locked in,
Yeah,
bro.
you know it.
Wow, black kicker's already been used.
Facts.
Yeah, Josh McCormick. Get it right, guys.
Well, I mean, we called 2 different punters
Mate, right?
because they were from Australia. I'm gonna just throw out Jason Stokes Jr.
It is Jason Stokes
Bang!
Jr. Hey, man, if, we get in a pinch, need a punter.
No one wants that, bro.
Try
No
Jason
one
out
wants
there.
that.
I-
You get into a pinch, man.
I
No.
kind of like to see it.
Hey, you know what I'm saying? Maybe get some little trick stuff going in. Like, he
Yeah.
can play. Maybe he can run it. or
We can
throw
call
it.
him Nunu Mate.
Who's up next? Yeah. All right. He played his high school football at Brazo Sport.
What is that?
Is that a sporting goods store?
Nope. It's a high school.
Is that like Bishop Sycamore?
Sure. Do y'all want the state that Brazo Sport's in?
Yes.
Texas.
It does
Okay.
make sense.
Any guesses?
Nope.
Okay.
Sean Kinney.
Not Sean Kinney.
Okay.
Here's the next one. He ran for and threw for 1,000 yards in the same season as a high school senior. Pretty athletic dude. You said the what? How? What you mean? Oh yeah, I got you, bro. You have to.
There's meant to be some
Yeah.
curveballs in there.
Some misdirection.
Bro, there's this ad on this page that I'm looking at. Every time I close out of it, it just try to close out. Like,
Yeah.
I'm trying to just hit the X on there.
Oh, and it opens it
and
up.
it opens it
So
up,
annoying.
driving me.
I feel like they do that on purpose.
They
to
do.
They get ad clicks. Yeah, no doubt. Any guesses, Jake?
Nope.
Okay.
Next.
Nope.
He returned his first career interception for a touchdown in 2024. His first career pick was a pick 6. What a dog. Yeah, it is. They'll get it instantly on the next one. So give your best guesses here.
Jaja Boyd.
Not Jaja Boyd. Not a bad guess, though, honestly. Jake?
Rando?
Randon.
Let's
Fontenot.
go.
Nice.
The last hit was Scott's favorite transfer.
Let's
Rando.
go.
That was kind of, this was playing both sides, or not playing both sides, but a dynamic offensive player in high school.
Yeah.
And you can see it. You can see it when he returned on that pick 6. Like, this is a dude, he gets a ball in his hands. Watch out. Who's up next, Yaya? He has played in 42 career games with 21 starts. It's a lot of ball right there.
Mm-hmm.
It is.
Any guesses?
Keep going back to the well here. Sean Kinney.
No, not a bad guess though.
Um,
Jake, any guesses?
let me take.
You're kind of cooking today, brother.
Taj
I can't
White?
lie. Not Taj. That's actually a good guess too, but this is not Taj White.
All right, next one.
What we got next? Yeah. He had 8 tackles
Santana
Leona
Hopper.
in a college football playoff game. That is
Santana Hopper.
Leona Leafau.
Let's go. Come on.
Also picked off Diego Pavia in 2024, which I thought was pretty dope.
Oh, that is
Okay,
dope.
okay.
Ball player right there. That's LB1 in my opinion.
How many
right
more?
now. I think was that 3 more? Yeah,
Three?
Three
Are
more.
we
Wait,
tied?
I think. How many have there been so far?
4.
I think we are tied 2-2.
Yeah. All right, 3 more. Next one, let's get it. From Meridian, Idaho.
I have no idea, bro.
Gotta be the only one from Idaho. on the team.
Idaho.
No
All right.
guesses, Jakey? No, you know what?
I'll throw out.
You can rule out a lot of people.
I am profiling.
You know what I'm saying?
Fisher Clemens.
Fisher Clemens.
Come on. Yes, that was gonna be my guess.
go.
I thought we already did it.
Nope, I've not done it yet. Had a tackle on special teams versus CSU last season. Called his first career touchdown against Weber State in 2023. A pivotal.
Why
Jake
would I
taking a
not just say it?
pivotal-
There's no penalty.
For real, yeah, there's no penalty. 2 more. Who we got next? Yeah.
Every time you ask me, I want to tell you the name. I'm like,
He started his career in the Southeastern Conference.
Okay. Oh man.
It's
Leeds
Googling
United
what we were
goal.
Googling.
I'm not Googling, bro.
Oh, he's hammering keys over there.
Emery Floyd.
Good guess. I think that is technically true, but
Yeah.
not the answer here.
Okay.
And I think he
Minus-
was in the previous one. Emery
Minus
was.
1 point, as always.
No.
Any guesses, RK?
Dylan Manuel.
Nope. Next hint. His first career touchdown was a 75-yarder versus Nevada.
Quill Smith.
Not a bad guess.
Oh, no, but he didn't start.
Jakey?
Yeah.
Yes. Let me take
You could clinch right
DeAndre
here.
Moore.
Not it. Not a bad guess, though. I think he also was on a previous edition and guessed that transfer. Here's the last hint here for this one. He set a program record last year with 6 catches of 50-plus yards.
Kam Perry.
RK? You can save here. No other guesses allowed, Jake, as you know.
Whoa.
This round.
That's true.
You only get
guess
one
per
guess
round.
around. One guess per round. It's always been the
This guy
rule.
throws out names all the time.
No,
One guess per
That's
round.
crazy.
No, that's crazy
Nah,
that you
chat,
said
back
that.
me up.
That's always
Chat,
been the
back
rule,
me
bro.
up.
The rule has literally always been one
Yes.
guess per clue.
Yes.
You've gotten multiple guesses in a round multiple times.
I just guarantee you that's not true.
You gonna
That
steal it
is
here,
true.
RK?
Chat.
What they tell me
I
on the
swear
chat.
to God, chat. You've witnessed this.
Let me go. Ernest Campbell.
Ernest Campbell is who this is. Started his career obviously at Texas A&M. Big play waiting to happen right there. Last one here for the game, right? For the game, 3-3.
Thought Jake was about to rage quit.
I said I'm out of here. Last one we got, yeah. From Philly,
Jaja Boyd.
Jaja Boyd. That's who it is.
Damn, I was gonna go Sean Kinney.
He said he's got to be one of these. Got to be Sean Kinney. Jaja forced his first career fumble in Week 10 last season. Had a tackle in the CFP against Oregon. Jaja Boyd, I think he's wearing number 16
Let's go.
or either 16 or 18. So yeah,
Good
good
win.
win. Good
I
round.
won't,
That was fun, boys.
Accuse you of cheating like you did. to me.
Thank you.
I mean,
Thank
we
you,
can
chat.
literally go back to the last episode of this when Scott specifically mentioned
yeah.
that rule.
Now, Kosher's saying, nah, that ain't been the rule. And he's right.
There aren't many rules to the guest that transfer.
That
game,
has
but
not been
that
a
is
rule.
one of
That
them.
has not been a rule.
What will you do if I can find a video of that rule being established?
Good
What
question.
what will you do if I can find video of you throwing out multiple names in a guess?
You can't answer with a question, folks. Answer his question, then he'll answer your question. You said what?
Yeah, if I can find it, you have to ask your next press conference question. Hey, Dion, how you doing?
No.
Oh man, that was fun though. Shout out that you said that was X in the cut. Who got that one earlier? Yeah, real ball knowers in the chat, man.
Also, the only problem if you could find a video of me doing two guesses would just be Scott not enforcing the rules.
Then it'd be on me.
But the rule has always
But again,
been
I don't
there.
think that I don't think I would allow that. To be completely honest with you.
All right. Okay.
I will say I don't know if that rule existed in round one.
It hasn't existed before today. What are we talking about?
Okay, that I can prove for
All
certain.
right, now I'm gonna go back to round one and find that and send that to y'all. Just
Okay.
wait.
I'll find you examples of people breaking rules.
I've never said I'm a rule follower,
I know.
but I do know the rules.
We'll do recruiting later in the week. Chuck Jackson with the super chat says, I like Boo, but Q for 6 must keep his kick return spot, brah. Was 1 block away almost every play from taking it home, like Lil Brah, like that.
You're so silly. I think. Well, one thing we do
I'll
know.
just trust the coaches, whatever they want to do with it.
One thing we do know is that Boo and Q for 6 can't be on the field at the same time. We do know that
Oh yeah,
because they both
Boo
were
for
number 6. Right. But I think a very easy
They can just-
solution here is that Quentin Gibson is the kick returner. Boo Carter's a punt returner.
yeah,
Very simple solution, I think,
Yeah.
Q for 6 and Boo for 6.
there. Period.
There you go.
Kosher's hilarious. Some of our kid got that look in his eye like he ain't gonna do nothing until he find his receipt. Facts.
That's how I am.
Anything else?
Nah, man, we'll be back tomorrow. We'll be hearing from Chris Marv for the first time.
Yep.
A few players. So we'll have it locked. And as a reminder, it is Wednesday. Colorado football is spring practice, so that means the show will be live at 4 p.m. Mountain Time. So make sure you tap in with us. I know Mars is going to be happy about that on the East Coast, right?
He ain't the only one.
Facts.
All right. See you guys tomorrow. Let's go Buffs.
Go Buffs.
We all silly like the mayor.